Okay, you won't believe the stories we have for you today. We're talking about everything from a river that's literally older than the dinosaurs to a brand new chess prodigy making waves. We're going to break down the biggest stories from India and around the world, so let's just dive right in.
All right, so here's what's on the docket. We've got some major breakthroughs in sports and infrastructure right here in India. Then we'll get into some key policy changes that, could actually affect your money. And to top it all off, some absolutely mind-blowing discoveries from the natural world. First up, let's talk about some big wins for the nation.
All right, first on the list, we're celebrating two huge accomplishments that really show India's progress. One is the story of pure brain power on the global chessboard, and the other, a massive engineering feat that's going to help power the country.
92. Right now, this is the number in Indian chess. It's a huge new milestone for the country, a real landmark. So what's the story behind it? There it is, a massive congratulations to Delhi's own Aryan Varshney. He's just become India's 92nd chess grandmaster. I mean, what an incredible achievement. He pulled it off at a tournament in Armenia, and it just goes to show you the amazing pool of young talent we're seeing in Indian chess these days.
Okay, so from the strategic moves on a chessboard, let's switch gears to the strategic moves powering the country. And we've got another big number for you, 694 kilometers. And believe me, this isn't just a number on a map. It's the length of a brand new, absolutely vital piece of our national infrastructure.
What you're looking at is the brand new Mumbai-Nagpur natural gas pipeline, a huge project just completed by GAIL. But what's really cool and kind of genius is how they built it. It runs almost entirely along the Samruddhi Mahamarg Highway. That's a total game changer for how we can integrate these massive infrastructure projects.
All right, so we've seen the new infrastructure. Now let's talk about the policies that run things. We're diving into some major updates in governance and finance. A few key changes you'll definitely want to know about.
Okay, before we get to the news, a real quick refresher on an important group, the Central Vigilance Commission, or CVC. Think of them as the country's top anti-corruption watchdog. Their whole job is to keep things honest in government.
So here's the big news. Senior IPS officer Praveen Vashista has been appointed as the new Vigilance Commissioner. And this isn't just a routine appointment, it's a really significant move to beef up the CVC and strengthen the country's entire fight against corruption.
Okay, now this next one is really interesting, especially if you invest your money. It's an idea that could change how things are done for millions of people. So let's break down the concept first, right? It's called performance-based fees. Instead of just paying a flat fee no matter what, this means your fund manager only gets paid more if, and this is the key part, if they actually make you better returns.
And here's the headline. SEBI, India's market regulator, has just given this a green light. It's a huge reform, and it's all kicking off on April 1st, 2026. The goal here is pretty simple, and it's good news for investors. It's all about making sure your fund manager's goals are the same as your goals, making you money. It's a big push for more transparency and, hopefully, better returns for everyone.
And one more policy update, this time at the state level. Down in Karnataka, there's been a really significant change to the Land Revenue Act. For decades, there have been these super complicated land record disputes in the Kodagu region over something called Jamabane land. This new amendment is a big deal because it's designed to finally cut through all that confusion and bring some real clarity and justice to the people who own that land.
Okay, let's zoom out now and take a look at the bigger picture. What's happening on the global stage? We've got a key diplomatic agreement to talk about, and then, get ready for this, two absolutely incredible scientific discoveries that are going to make you rethink the meaning of old.
So this is a big deal for international tech. India and Germany are teaming up. They've just signed what's called a joint declaration of intent, which basically means they're getting serious about working together on things like telecom and digital infrastructure. And, this could open the door for all sorts of cool joint projects, everything from 5G rollouts to AI development. All right, so we go from super modern tech to something ancient from the deep. This is just an incredible find. Off the coast of New Zealand, marine scientists have found a massive black coral that's somewhere between 300 and 400 years old. They're calling it a living record of the ocean. I mean, think about that. It holds priceless clues about centuries of our planet's climate history locked inside it.
Okay, so a 400-year-old coral is pretty amazing, right? Well, how about we add the word million to that? Get a load of this number. 300 to 400 million years. It's almost impossible to wrap your head around that. What on earth could possibly have been around for that long?
The answer is a river. I'm not kidding. Scientists have confirmed that Australia's Finke River has been flowing along more or less the same path for an unbelievable 300 to 400 million years. That officially makes it the oldest continuously flowing river on the entire planet. Just wow.
Whew, we have covered a ton of ground, haven't we? From chess grandmasters to rivers older than time itself. So, to make sure all that great info sticks, how about a quick little rapid-fire quiz on today's headlines? Let's see what you remember.
Okay, question 1. Let's talk about that huge milestone in Indian chess. Who is our newest chess grandmaster?
You got it! It's Aryan Vershni, making the whole country proud as our 92nd grandmaster.
All right, next up. Thinking back to those policy updates that could impact your investments, which regulator was it that approved that new performance-based fee structure for mutual funds?
Yep, that was SEBI, the Securities and Exchange Board of India.
And for the last question, let's take that trip way back in time again. The world's oldest river, the Finke. Where would you find it?
That's the one. Australia. Home to a river that was flowing long before the dinosaurs even showed up. Just incredible.
So you might be thinking, okay, a chess master, a pipeline, an old river, what's the big deal? Well, here's why it matters. Every single day brings us these little pieces of a giant puzzle. A new policy, a crazy discovery, an amazing personal achievement. And all of them, in their own way, are shaping our world. You know, the real trick is seeing how they connect. Like today, right? We saw the connection between the long-term strategy in a chess game and the long-term strategy of building a nation's infrastructure. Or how finding something ancient in the deep sea echoes finding something ancient on land. The question is, what connections are hiding in tomorrow's headlines?